It was not a success and it was not completely failure. You understand? The situation we find ourselves in, Nigerians most especially are corrupt. Both the leaders, both the electorate and the leaders are all corrupt. And why they are corrupt is because the wealth is not evenly being distributed. The higher class amass the wealth. When they get there, they will not distribute it to grassroots.
As a president of a country, things will be happening. You will say that you are not aware. He will be in charge. He's not in charge. The fighting of corruption that he promised, and we see that he's Mr. Innocent. For him not to be aware of everything shows that he's so weak. Then coming to maybe, I don't know, relating to the minister. You are a full minister, the full minister of education is a degree holder, while the state minister was a PhD holder. All those ones cannot even make anything in that government to come out in a good way when you do not put appropriate people in appropriate place.
I'm not aware that the administration of former President Buhari fought corruption. I'm not aware as a Nigerian. In my opinion, he rode on the mantra to fight corruption, but it was a master deception by which he captured the state and rode on the stage like an emperor. The corruption grew, became hydra-headed, and now we are suffering the pains of what that administration has left behind. Not only that, in just a word, the administration did not fight corruption. It was a gathering of a people who captured the power of the states and use it to their own benefit, the benefit of few, to the detriment of the Nigerian citizens.
I think we overrated Buhari's coming, and because of that, the disappointment was high. We overrated, and so when he came, what happens, is something we cannot really explain in totality. But Buhari has finished his tenure. I would say Buhari's reign was a failure, and that was due to, one, his age, and probably his educational background, which actually became a bane to the economy of this great country, Nigeria. During Buhari's reign, what we experienced most especially is impunities in all facets. Impunities in the political front, impunities with the insurgents. It was like he was just ruling this country with a laissez-faire managerial style, that everybody did what they liked.
Precisely, that's one of the core areas that personally I supported former President Muhammadu Buhari, because he's well known for his antecedents in terms of discipline and being against indiscipline. But when he came, we thought, though initially when he came, people were afraid one way or the other, but I don't know what went wrong. Himself, he admitted there was corruption during his regime. The question of what did he do about it? We saw an instance, whether recently or some months back, that someone in the Minister of Humanitarian was suspended. Are you with me? He was suspended based on issue of corruption in one way or the other. Alleged corruption, let me use that one.
The citizen to hold their representative accountable is going to be difficult in Nigeria. Because when the citizens are hungry during the election, by giving them 3,000, they will sold out their consent. And for them to come back and ask someone that gave you some money, well, what is my for voting for you? You promise us this, you promise us that. There is no any other way out. It's going to be difficult for you to, someone that have already paid you, you want to ask him for anything. He will tell you that they have paid you during the campaign. The only way out is that we, the ordinary citizens of the country, should just try as much as possible. If those politicians comes around, we should vote our consent. But for us to even vote our consent, our vote may not even be counted. Just a case study of different state election that is happening now. You may even vote for candidate A. At the end of the day, they will declare B and they will tell you to go to court. The judiciary system is another thing that is not a hope for common man again. For Nigeria to be sanitized is only where there's no hunger.
The institution, unfortunately, that should have been responsible for accountability are disappointing. What we see is utter disappointment. There is no genuine intention to fight corruption. And you can see that the citizens of Nigeria are not the problem. In the time of today, Diagbo, Nigeria key in and they follow the leadership. Of course, you know that water does not flow from the leg, it flows from the head. If the head is rotten, the body has no redemption. The way forward is a total change. The system needs to be unbundled. Unfortunately, the design for holding leader accountable, like election, do not give the expectation of Nigeria. And the judiciary is also disappointing.
But this administration is trying to improve on it. Look at this local government autonomy. The administration is trying to see that the local government gets their pay directly from the top, which has not been so before. That is another aspect of corruption. In fact, it's a serious corruption because the local government fund that is meant for the grassroots people are being hijacked by the state governors. So by the time the federal government releases to them, they will cut their bit and send feet to the grassroots. So that's why there is hardship in the country. So this administration is trying to fight it. In that aspect alone, I give them kudos. If they succeed in this local government autonomy, in fact, in the nearest future, we will begin to see changes.
Well, I would say that generally no political leaders have been delivering on their KPIs, all right? They are just doing what they like. And how to hold them accountable is, we see all our parastatals or establishment are meant to control crimes, you know, and to control crimes have been bought over by the leadership. You know, as we speak, you know, the president of this country is in charge of an appointment of executives in all these positions, and he wouldn't want to take somebody who will raise eyebrow on him, right? And hold them accountable is if the constitution can be restructured or reenacted, you know, to take some powers from the president.
Well, it's about this issue of our electoral process. to make it very okay that people's vote can count. Once it counts, if you don't deliver, look at what happened recently yesterday in Edo. Because the information we gather, I'm not from Edo State, that the man did not, after Oshimole, the man did not do anything. But he paid dearly for it, apart from other issues surrounding him. So if you don't perform, the electoral, even if you bribe, they will just collect your money, they will not vote for you. We saw what happened yesterday. He was voted out. That's his government, and somebody want to be put in place. So then number two, you see, we should not be celebrating bad things. This idea of my brother. So if he does bad things, he's my brother. All those things should be out of it. Because when things are bad, it does not affect only one person, it affects everybody. And even the so-called, this is my brother, this is my brother. They are not even there to do anything for you. So the issue of my brother should not be there. But let's thank God for the Freedom of Information Act. We can say this, say that today. But in the time past, during military, you dare not challenge them. So it is through our ballot this thing that we can actually change people to make sure they do whatever they promise.